Y'all, hey people, it's that time of year again. It is a little bit early, but um, it's a beautiful, awesome day, and everyone else is asleep. So I'm going to just do this here. What am I going to talk about it this year? Um, what should I talk about this year? I'll tell you what I'm not going to talk about. It's about evolution. I'm not going to talk about that. Folks at my church find out that I'm a geologist, or at least used to be a geologist, and they're like, "Oh, tell us more about your opinion on evolution. What do you think about evolution and intelligent design and creationism?" Like, please, no, absolutely not. I'm not discussing that at all. I prefer far less contentious topics. It usually switches over to politics. I can get along with people just fine after talking politics compared to evolution and creationism. I don't want anything to do with it. It bothers me less like how we got here. It concerns me a lot more um, who brought us here. I don't have a problem accepting evolution if that's the truth. I don't have anything interesting to say about that whole debate. Um, I think that our fossil record is quite impressive considering the amount of conditions that need to be met to have a fossil. And we've got like thousands of pieces in this puzzle, which is great. The problem is uh, the amount of the amount of pieces in this puzzle is in the trillions, the tens of trillions. It's just woefully incomplete. And that's it's not a dig. It's not a dig against the people digging up fossils. It's just a matter of like we don't have enough pieces to make a conclusion one way or another. That's my opinion on it. See, it's not very interesting, is it? You're going to find a way to disagree with it. So feel free to leave a note in the comments. I'll be sure to read it before I block you. Do I talk about God? Do I talk about religion and theology? Yeah, I'm going to do that. Why isn't a bridging channel talking about God and religion? First of all, I don't abridge anymore. I'm retired, so I can do what I want. If you don't like it, you can fire me by unsubscribing. um, I don't know. Let's talk about getting into the online discourse of any subject, not just God, not just politics, but like any fandom. You're going to encounter people who uh, can't stand that you have a different opinion. And of course, you have the wrong opinion, don't you know? And they have the right one. They have a closer to the correct opinion, and you should just submit and accept it. But those people, it's just no winning, and then they're all over the place. They will argue you until you make a blunder. Even if you're not completely wrong, they will argue you into a position that is wrong, so that they can attack that instead. It's the only way to not lose is to just not play. That you're only going to lose that game. Just forget about it. My mentality, being online for the past 15 or so years, has basically been I'm wrong about everything, and everyone else is right about everything. Um, I don't know if this is a particularly healthy mentality to have, but it was always in the spirit of uh, being open. I was told to be open to new information and to change your mind accordingly. Well, got half that part down. Um, I am always open to new information, but I'm also extremely highly sensitive to people trying to manipulate me um, for their own gain and not for my own benefit. Um, when you're around people who you know and trust, then their manipulation is a good thing because they're people that you know and trust. It's complete strangers online who you should not assume that they have your best interests at heart. That random commenter who insisted you were wrong about your perfectly reasonable position, just let him go. I have no problem using the block button. I fully authorize you use that block button. You see, the atheists disagree with me because I have I haven't abandoned faith. Um, Reformed guys disagree with me because I don't have the right kind of faith. Um, Catholics and Orthodox disagree with me because I'm neither Catholic nor Orthodox. Um, where do I go from there? United Methodists don't agree with me because I'm not as open as they are. I'm not Jewish. I'm not Hindu. I'm not Muslim, not any of that. But I usually don't dabble with those religions or similar. I don't really deal with those. I stick to the Christianity sector, so to speak, and atheism. Something I've noticed, and perhaps you will too, is that most, if not all, of these groups are against something. They define themselves. Their adherents define themselves against something, against someone else. Um, Atheists, of course, are against everyone who's religious. At least they are like, shut up. Oh my goodness, dang guineas. We got 3 more. We had even more, but a couple of them got sniped. We have 5 guineas now, squawking around. Shut up. Atheists, of course, are their whole definition is lacking a belief. So everyone religious. Catholics are again, rabid Catholics identify themselves against everyone who isn't Catholic. Reformed guys identify themselves against anyone who's not Reformed. United Methodists and other much more open, modern, liberal Christian denominations identify themselves sort of as being against everyone who's not nearly as open as they are. At their best, the adherents of whatever ideology support something. At worst, they're only against something. With any of these groups, but especially atheists, in my experience, if you try and define them in some way, they're going to say, no, that's not the real definition. You got it all wrong. You built a straw man. You're attacking the straw man. If you'd only consider our beliefs or our lack of belief, then you'd what? We'd what? Agree? And what if we don't? What then? What if we don't? You see, the moment you say that, get ready to be called every sort of pejorative that you can think of, probably academic level pejorative, like you're being emotionally immature, or man, you're intellectually lazy, or you're just not willing to deal with the hard facts of life. You're not willing to discuss these things in a civilized and adult manner. And you're like, yeah, all right, I'm not. It's interesting that you think that. Yeah, okay. No one's having more fun than me. I have a goal for you all every year, and this year it is to find your purpose, and ignore the haters, ignore everyone online who's telling you build an echo chamber. I fully support echo chambers. Why? You don't go to a gym hoping to see a give it up sign. You don't go to a school that says just get by. You don't join the military with the expectation that they say, let your friends do everything for you. No, you don't do that. You have an echo chamber of like-minded individuals who are in your corner, and they're going to push and challenge you as they're supposed to. That's not hug boxing. What? I don't know. It's just, I don't have a problem with that echo. That's an echo chamber, and I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that at all. Find your echo chamber, and may it lift you up out of whatever whatever stupor you find yourself trapped in. At this point, any video on YouTube that talks about that encourages, for example, theists to talk about why they have a belief in God, that's just retard bait right there. Any Catholic that talks about their journey out of Protestantism and into Christianity, which is Catholicism, That's just retard bait. Any book that video that talks about that questions whether Catholics are actually Christian, um, that's just retard bait by a reformed guy. Um, don't be a retard. Don't click on it. Don't comment on it. I've made that mistake plenty of times myself. I've done it. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. Um, I would much rather. What's much better is to go out and build community with those in your community. Um, set your sight. Set your purpose. Set your sights on a purpose, and then set that purpose firmly in your mind, and then go pursue it. Okay. Um, and I pray to God that it's not something awful and violent. Please don't make it awful and violent. Um, Coming up this month, our local community is getting together to do a day of service. All the local churches get together and are assigned different places to do yard work, clean up the yard, clean up leaves, trim trees, that sort of thing. And it's churches of completely different denominations, including Catholics. And we all get together and have a good time. And that's one way that we evangelize, is by doing good works for those around us, our local community, our neighbors, our close up and personal neighbors, that kind of thing. If there was something like that was secular and atheist, if there was something like that was just Catholic or just Orthodox or just Muslim, hey, I'm all for it. But does it exist? You're about to tell me in the comments, aren't you? No, I'd rather just go out and do it. You don't have to convince me. It's not going to. Don't worry about it. Just go out and do it. That's my urge to you all. My task assigned to you all and to myself. Anything that I tell you guys to do, I'm telling myself to do. If I'm pointing at you with one finger, there's three more at me. So I hear it 3 times as much. Actually, only 3 times would be a lot less than how many times I hear it. I tell myself like 300 times. A reminder, anyone who comes to comment, anyone who immediately goes to comment about how wrong I am, I promise I will read your comment before I block you. Nah, man, I ain't playing that game no more. Forget it. I got too much life to live. I got too much other good stuff to do. Well, I had my chicken therapy, and 13 minutes is long enough for you all. So God bless, and catch you guys around.